I have finished Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. It was very different from any of the other books. And I think part of that was because of specifically Painter. His side of the story with, police and cops in an apartment, and they're watching, K-dramas and stuff like that. That was very, very different from really, I think, anything that I've read so far in the Cosmere. I mean, the closest is probably the Sunlit Man, because the Sunlit Man had, spaceships and stuff. But, I mean, they had spaceships and stuff here, too. But it seemed way more, I don't know, modern, normal. In some ways, I feel like that kind of side of the story is a good way to kind of prepare me for Era 3. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And from what I understand about the next one, it's also in the future. But I really like this. There was a portion that I will say kind of in the middle where I did get a little distracted. I don't think that's a book problem. I think that's a Brian has ADD problem. But ultimately, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I like the idea of someone who, is very about tradition and very, every moment of their life is curated versus someone who, is just trying to do his thing. Yeah, I like that. I like the characters a lot. I like that they switch when they go to sleep. Her experiencing things for the first time, him being accepted for the first time in a long time, I thought was really cool. Their romance was beautiful and lovely. I loved, similarly to Tress, I also loved a lot of what Hoyt had to say in this book. And, to the further extent, what Brandon had to say. There was a lot of really good moments in here that I really enjoyed. The whole sentient nightmare things was really cool. The twist that the nightmare people were people at one point, and that it was just like a machine that was doing it. I'm still a little confused as to where the machine came from. Maybe it was said and I forgot, but who turned it on originally and why? Were they trying to just replace the Yokihijo, or I don't know. I do wish we would have met some of the other Yokihijo. That would have been cool. But the idea of finding a nightmare and painting it into a shape was a really cool idea. I also loved the reveal that Painter's actually an amazing painter, but he just paints bamboo. I don't know. I like that. But this was quick. This was fun. I'm still a little confused also as to how the Heon worked. The two power lines, but I don't know. There's a lot in here I think I still have to digest and understand and I'll be thinking about for quite some time. Design was great. Design actually reminded me a lot of Renette. I don't know why, they just similar vibes. I love ramen. There was a ramen shop. That was cool. I like that his friends came around at the end, was really neat. I like that Yumi was defending him to his friends, and that helped them come around to see things from his perspective. Yeah, this was good. I really enjoyed it. I think there's we got Tress, Yumi, Sunlit Man, Owls of the Emberdark. Am I forgetting a secret novel? Maybe I am. Oh, right, the Frugal Wizard one. Never mind, that doesn't count. Out of Tress, Yumi, Sunlit Man, I'm really digging all of this. It's so different. The Sunlit Man felt more kind of Cosmere-y. That made sense. It was Mad Max. Also, it had spaceships and stuff, but it felt very Cosmere. Where Yumi had bits of Cosmere, but could kind of be its own thing. I feel like Yumi and Tress have bits of Cosmere, but kind of their own thing. I loved of these two. I really came around to really appreciate and enjoy Hoyd, which is, you guys have been with me for a while. That's kind of a big deal for me. Maybe it's just because they're straight up embarrassing him being in Tress where he's an idiot, and Yumi where he's literally a coat rack. I don't know, I just like that. But it was good. I really enjoyed this one. I'll give a ranking of them when I'm done, probably. And that's Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. I do not have a physical copy of Isles of the Emberdark, but Isles of the Emberdark is next. And with that, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. I've read the entire Cosmere up to this point after Isles of the Emberdark. And, I mean, I've been on this journey since January, and we're here. I'm officially starting Isles of the Emberdark technically today. So, whew, that's what's next. Prepare yourselves. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Thumbs up. I dug it.